Hey guys, it's Elena and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to be unboxing two Book of the Month boxes. We have November and December here, so we're gonna go ahead and open those. Okay, so real quick, in case you don't know what Book of the Month is, it is a book subscription service that you pay $14.99 or $14.95 a month for one book, or you can add two additional books for $9.99 each. Usually I always get the two add-ons, or at least one of them if there are other books that I'm interested in reading or adding to my little library. All of the books are hardcover. Sometimes the selections that they have are new releases that they haven't come out yet, so Book of the Month members get to get the books like before, you know, the public, so that's really nice. Then you have a chance of reading the book before everybody else does, so that's really cool. Like I said, we have two boxes here, so let's just get into it. This is the November one. I only got one book for November because I really wasn't interested in the other ones at the time. So if you choose one book, this is how little the box will be. You always get a free bookmark. This one says, "Leave me to my books." And so this is the book that I chose. It says Pretty Little Wife on it. This is a pretty chunky book. I actually didn't think that this book was going to be so thick. It has 402 pages, that's counting the acknowledgements, but the story itself ends on 400. So let me quickly read to you what the little synopsis of this book is. The little "what's it about" is "Till death do us part" gets a whole new meaning in this twisted domestic suspense about a dead husband gone missing. So that sounds super interesting. It's a debut author, it's an early release, and this is considered a thriller book. That's usually all I read is thriller and horror books. That's why if you watch these unboxings, all of my books are usually thrillers or you know, psychological suspense or psychological thriller, something like that, because that's just what I'm into. So the little good to know section here says it's a fast read, it's creepy, it's like a puzzle type book, and it considers to have marriage issues. So that is super interesting to me. On the app, you always get to preview the book before you choose it, so you can read a little bit from the actual book to see if you like the writing style, which I really appreciate, because I've read like I found a book interesting once, and then I read the preview, and the preview completely turned me off from the book, and I was really happy that I read that so that I didn't basically waste my monthly credit on that. So this book sounds super interesting. I'm really interested in reading it. Now let's move on to my December box. This one is pretty hefty. There's 3 books in here, so this is what it looks like if you get 3. I know I'm like speeding through this, but I actually don't really know how to go about videos like this. I don't know if you guys want me to read you anything from the book, like any previews or anything from the author. So definitely leave down below if you want more information in these type of videos. I try not to make them super long, so that's why I just tell you the little about the book section, because that's super fast to explain. And that's pretty much all I talk about, because like I said, I don't want to bore you basically. The first book that we have here is called The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hopkins. I don't know if I've read anything by her, but this book sounded super interesting, so that is why I got it. So quickly, I'm going to read you a little bit about what it is about. So The Wife Upstairs is a twisty southern gothic about a rich husband, his hot young fiance, and unanswered questions about his missing wife. So when I read that and then I think about the title, it makes me wonder, like, okay, The Wife Upstairs, are we talking about the hot young wife, or are we talking about the missing wife? It makes you wonder, like, what is this book going to be about? It's really interesting, and I love books that get you thinking about stuff like that when it comes to like their title and what the book is about, because that just makes you wonder, like, okay, what's going on here? So this was an early release. It's a thriller, and it's supposed to be creepy. It's a creepy, a suburban drama. It's based on a classic. I don't know what the classic that it's based off of is called, but I'm sure a quick Google search you can find that out. And it's also considered a whodunit type of book, which is basically like Clue. You try to figure out who did what. So in my December box, I have these little stickers which are so cute. It says Merry Everything. Thanks for sticking with us through 2020. So it's just book of the month stickers. And this little character is called Boxy. So that's super cute. I love these stickers. So the next book we have is called Lock Every Door by Riley Sagger. Riley Sagger is a horror book writer, so I'm assuming this one is horror. The quick take from this book, yep, this one's considered horror, and this is a three-peat author. Riley Sagger is always featured in Book of the Month, which I appreciate because you get to get Riley Sagger's books super cheap. $14.99 is not bad because this book retailed for $26, so that's definitely a steal. And I love the artwork of this book. It's just so pretty. The dark pink and the black, it's just very, very appealing to me. So the quick take is from the author of Final Girls and The Last Time I Lied, a horror story about the too good to be true Craigslist job. That sounds super interesting. I didn't even read the quick take when I chose this book. I just saw Riley Sagger's name and I was like, yeah, add that to my box. And I have The Last Time I Lied and Final Girls, and I haven't read those two yet, so I really need to get on that. I'll probably end up reading this book this month actually, because I really want to get my reading up there. I have been getting these boxes, and I haven't been reading any of the books, so I'm really slacking. That's one of the things that I want to do in 2021 is up my reading, because when I started my YouTube channel as a booktube channel, I was reading books like non-stop, and then that kind of just like died down, so I'm trying to get back to that. But anyway, so the good to know, it's a fast read, it's creepy, it's scary, and it's a whodunit. So you got me with all of that. It sounds super suspenseful and really interesting, so I'm really excited for this one. And then last but not least, we have The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. Ruth Ware is another author that if I see her name, I'm going to choose that book, because again, she is a horror thriller mystery writer, and that's right up my alley. So that's why I saw this book and I chose it. But let's go ahead and read everything about it. So she's a repeat author. She does frequent Book of the Month regularly. So she has a lot of books on Book of the Month that you can choose from. The quick take from the author of The Lying Game and The Woman in Cabin 10, a jumpy read that feels like putting together a puzzle. So I think I have The Woman in Cabin 10, or I've always wanted to read that one, but I never did, or I never picked it up. But I heard really good things about that book, so if you haven't read that one, you might want to read that one, because that one is something that everybody mentions when they talk about Ruth Ware. They always mention that book for some reason, so I'm assuming that one was really good. So the good to know about this one is it's a fast read, it's a whodunit, it's a psychological, and there's murder involved here. So that sounds super interesting, and this one is considered a mystery if I didn't mention that. So real quick, I do want to read a little bit of the synopsis because I don't really know much about this one, and I'm interested in knowing what the turn of the key means. Like, I always wonder what these titles of the books mean. So the synopsis is, when she stumbles across the ad, she's looking for something else completely, but it seems like too good an opportunity to miss. A live-in nanny post with a staggeringly generous salary. And when Rowan Kane arrives at Heather Bray House, she is smitten by the luxurious, smart home fitted with all modern conveniences, by the beautiful Scottish Highlands, and by this picture-perfect family. What she doesn't know is that she's stepping into a nightmare, one that will end with a child dead and herself in prison awaiting trial for murder. Oh my gosh, that just completely caught me off guard entirely. I did not know that was going to happen, so that's interesting. Let's continue reading a little bit more. Writing to her lawyer from prison, she struggles to explain the unraveling events that led to her incarceration. It wasn't just the constant surveillance from the cameras installed around the house, or the malfunctioning technology that woke the household with booming music, or turned the lights off at the worst possible time. It wasn't just the girls, who turned out to be a far cry from the immaculately behaved model children she met at her interview. It wasn't even the way she was left alone for weeks at a time, with no adults around apart from the enigmatic handyman Jack Grant. It was everything. She knows she has made mistakes. She admits that she lied to obtain the post and that her behavior toward the children wasn't always ideal. She's not innocent by any means, but she maintains she's not guilty, at least not of murder, which means someone else is. So that right away sounds super interesting to me. So now I don't even know how I'm going to decide which book I'm going to read first. I definitely want to read Lock Every Door before any of these books though, but The Turn of the Key is definitely coming in hot second because that one sounds super interesting. So this is the bookmark that came with this box. It says Mind If I Cut In, and it has a little book with a bookmark there. Like, that's so cute. So that was everything that I got for November and December. I'm going to be getting my January box soon, so I'm going to be unboxing that one on here and telling you about the books. So I think what I'm going to start doing is I am going to be reading you guys the synopsis of each book, because I feel like that gives you more information about each book so that you can understand what they're about and maybe you would be interested in reading them. I feel like just telling you the little quick take isn't enough information. Sometimes I like reading just the quick takes. Like me personally as a reader, I like to just read the quick takes because I feel like they're super vague, and that's what I appreciate about them, because you have to capture me in just one or two sentences, and if you do that, then that means I'm going to add the book to my box and then I'm going to read it. But I feel like if I'm going to do a video like this where I'm unboxing the books and I'm going to explain to you what the book is about, it's better if I just read the synopsis. It's a couple of paragraphs sometimes, so I'm just going to start doing that. But of course, let me know down below how you think I should tackle these videos. If you think that's a good idea, then definitely let me know so that I know that that's a good thing to do. Because again, I don't really know the best way to go about explaining what each of these books are about, because I am terrible talking like freely. I need to have like a script or something written down, so I feel like it's just easier for me to read you the synopsis and the quick take and the little good to know section, because that's basically all you need to know about the book. I don't like reading the like inside sleeve of the books because I feel like those are way too long and give you way too much information. It's kind of like watching a trailer to a movie. They give you like the whole movie and then it's like, why even watch it? I already know half what's gonna happen. But anyway, that was everything that I got in the past 2 months. I hope that you liked this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure that you like it if you enjoyed it. And if you like these type of videos, then definitely subscribe if you haven't already, because I do them every month. So if you're interested in seeing the books that I choose, then definitely do that. Starting in January, I think I chose a different type of book. But if I haven't, then starting in February, I'm going to be choosing a different genre for my add-ons. I'm going to try to branch out and read at least one different type of book. So I'm going to be choosing a different type of genre for one of my add-ons at least, like maybe a romance or a historical type of book, because I want to branch out and read some other type of books, because I do read a lot of thriller and horror and mystery books, so I want to branch out. But anyway, like I said, I'm sorry for making this super long and complicated. I'll see you guys next time with another one. Thank you again for watching. Bye.